You get all panelists up here so I can see them.
All right, so we're up.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the instructional video of the week, sponsored by BP Media and E2 Total Solutions. Thank you for joining us. We have an excellent speaker today. You may have heard of him. His name is Boyd Peterson. He's a local celebrity, and he's an educator and trainer, author, father, grandfather, and speaker extraordinaire. So he's speaking today on way to use contests or giveaways to entice more prospects. So I'll just let him jump into it. And if you guys have any questions, certainly put them in the chat or the question bar, and I will interrupt Boyd as needed. So welcome to the show today, and everybody, Boyd, rolling.
Okay, and I'm just, it is sharing, isn't it? Okay, good. Yep. All right, so yeah, we're going to be talking about contests and giveaways and what the difference is, how you can utilize them on a lot of different levels. Now, I'm not going to have a lot of slides, but we're going to talk a lot about it. And if you have any of the people who are on have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat so that we can talk about them and I can answer those questions. If you're seeing this after the fact, please email us. You'll see my email at the end of this, and you can email me directly, and I'll be glad to answer that. So first thing is, a lot of people ask, I need to ask the question, whoops, it's not working. That's fine. Okay, what is a contest? I was going to ask, what is the difference between a contest and a giveaway? And so a contest is all about giving a prize or a group of prizes. There's a typo there. That's good for me. Or a group of prizes that you're going to give away. And so you've seen these, where, over the weekend, a lot of radio stations will give away, you text this to this, and then you get entered into the contest, and one person wins the prize. Okay, well, that is a contest. Another one might be that, for everything if you do certain things, you can get an entry into a contest. And we're going to talk a little bit more about those type of contests too. You might have 5 or 6 things you're giving away, but if there's 100 people and there's only 5 things, then it's classified as a contest. And so you just keep that in mind. The next one is a giveaway. Now, a giveaway is when everyone can win, and sometimes that's everyone can win the same prize, or it can be we're giving away a prize to everybody. Now, where you'll win, now this is actually called a contest giveaway. This is when you have, let's say you have 100 prizes for 100 people, and so everybody wins, but you have one person who maybe wins the grand prize, and everybody else wins something a little different. So that is the difference between a contest and a giveaway. So if you see this, what does that mean? Which is it? Is it a contest or is it a giveaway? So it's a contest. That's what it's supposed to, that's what that means, because there is a winner. And it's not everyone is the winner, it's just the winner or the group of winners. So, but one of the things that I want to talk about is some ideas of using these different contests and giveaways so that you can actually get more business. Okay, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples as we go along. So here's one that a friend of mine did. He says, invite your friends. And they said, if for everybody who invites their friends, they will win. And is that a contest or a giveaway? Now, it depends. If everyone who invites friends gets in it, then it's a giveaway. If it is only one person out of them all, it's a contest. But you can do these all kinds of ways. For example, in fact, in a few minutes, I'm going to show you a contest that I was doing that was actually a giveaway. But I use a couple of different things as I go through and do contests and giveaways. One of the things that I have is I have a subscription to a service where I can give away trips in the United States, 3-night trips, to quite a few different resorts. There's places all over. In fact, right here local to me, well, close to local. I don't ever give something away that's right here in my own state, but I have Tahoe, I have Las Vegas, I have Reno, I have Santa Fe, New Mexico. I have a couple of them in Arizona and a couple more up in Idaho. So you can give away a prize, and sometimes I give that away as a contest, and sometimes I do it as a giveaway. So the way I do a contest, though, is the same service I have also has some resorts on the beachfront of Mexico. And so those I usually give away as part of a contest. Okay. And so understand that they're a bigger price, so I like to give them away, give them in a contest. So let me give you some examples here. So I am doing a contest with a customer of mine that where if people go and enter, they get their friends to join join their Facebook group or like them and follow them on Instagram, and they go to their website from time to time. Every time they do one of those things, they get an entry in a contest. And so I have, when we were doing this 2 weeks ago, they had about 700 people, 700 entries in the contest from about 225 people. And so out of that, one person won a trip to a resort in Mexico. 3 people won a trip here in the United States. And then everyone else received a gift certificate to them for $5 off. And they have things that are $5. So it worked out well for people. This was a good giveaway. That is a giveaway contest where you have 3 big prizes or 4 big prizes in this case, and then everybody else wins as well. So it's a giveaway just with a contest built into it as well. Now, I've had others where we have just done a contest, like another one I'm working on is giving away a Traeger grill. And what they did is they're doing a thing where you go in and you invite your friends, and when they come in, you get an entry into the contest. Now, they're only giving 1 prize away, and it's a 3-week program. And with this, they so far have increased by about 25% on Instagram, Facebook, and on their views of their website. And it's 25% on all 3 of them. So people are doing it, and people wanted that Traeger grill. It's a great giveaway. And, I've got a couple of others that have been talking about doing the same thing, haven't pulled the trigger. They just can't get going with it. But you know what? Doing a contest like that is a great thing. Now, of course, only 1 person won on all of those contests. However, then they turned around and sent to 2 additional people, the 2 people who had the most entries, who actually didn't win the Traeger grill. They ended up sending them a secondary prize that no one they didn't even know they were going to get. And what does that do? It really says thank you to the people who do all the work. Now, if one of those had been won the Traeger grill, I'm sure what they would have done is done the second and third place person of how many did the most. So you can do these kind of things in a lot of different ways. I have one client who they said for the person who invites the most friends to their Instagram account, all it was Instagram. Invite your friends to follow us on Instagram. The person who has the most at the end wins. So it worked out really well. Now, there's other times you can do a giveaway. And this giveaway that we did this before COVID, and it was that it was a tiered giveaway. So what happened was they had a giveaway. If you invite 5 friends to follow you on Facebook, then you got a certain prize. At 50, you got a little bigger prize, but you also got that first prize and you got the second one. Then at 100, then they had 500, 1,000, and it went up to 20,000. And the 20,000 friends, you got this humongous big screen TV, and it cost them about $1,000 to give them away. They had one person who won that, who did all of those, and so they got all the prizes that they could, including that one. Now, 20,000 new friends. Well, if you add all of this up, they actually got about 29,000 from this one person. And they just don't know how that one person did it, but they did it. And they won, and they did. They sent them out from Amazon. Every one of the prizes were at Amazon, and they just simply ordered it and had it sent. And it arrived, and the person was so delighted. It was a lady that was on a pension. And all she did is spend all day online saying, hey, go like this. I'm trying to win a prize. Hey, I'm go like this. Well, they thought, well, maybe we're going to have false people who are going to be joining that group, and then they'll fall back off. They did have some of that, about 10%. But 10% was all. So 90% of the people stayed with them after the contest was over. And over the last 2 years, these people have been influenced by this person. This person now has a little over 125,000 followers because of that one contest. And so that was a huge thing for them because they did it that way. But it did cost them a fair bit of money to get those people in. But as they said, they became influencers, and so that's a big thing for them. So contests, giveaways, there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. Here's here's some things that we've seen. Now you see all the time, get this report, get this book. If you do, all you have to do is give me your email address and I'll send you the book. I'll send you the report. I'll do something like that. That is a giveaway. Everybody who gives you the address wins. They win by getting that prize, whatever it is. Here's the other one. Invite 5 friends to your seminar and you get a vacation. I did this one a couple of years ago, and we had 4 people who implemented that. We had several who had 2, 3, and 4, but only the ones who had 5 that came to the seminar got the vacation, and they loved it. Now, the vacation was a 3-night stay in Las Vegas at a resort there, and it was a great one. And so people loved those to win those kind of things. But unfortunately, only a few got the 5 friends in. The rest were a little short. But, in the end, on that particular seminar, I think we had about 45 people, maybe it was a little bit more than that came to that seminar. And it was a 1.5 week, so 10-day turnaround from when we launched it to when the seminar happened. And a lot of it was because we told friends to get their friends to come to the seminar. Now, actually, in that particular seminar, we picked up a couple of clients because of it. So it does work. It does really help. Now, visit our webpage, Facebook, Instagram page, and you're entered. Again, that's a contest. One of the things that I love to use is, again, like those contests that I was telling, or those vacations that I have. Well, one of the people that I work with, he is an insurance agent, and he says, hey, if you allow me to give you a quote, I'll give you one of these vacations. So now he gives away about 8 or 9 vacations a week, but he says more than 50% of those people buy his quote, take him up on that quote for insurance. Now he does home and property damage, car, auto, things like that. And I think also life insurance. He gives them a quote on the different things that they can use, and he gets 50% of them to buy from him. But everybody, whether they buy or not, gets one of these vacations. Funny enough, he says he gets a lot of people who call and say, I've got a friend who'd like one of your vacations and they need a quote. And they're people that didn't take him up on the quote before. He's getting it so that those people, they understand that he's not trying to use strong arm tactics or anything else. You get that prize whether you buy from him or not. And that is a great way of a giveaway, a great idea for it. He is also the highest grossing sales insurance people in his region. And he says that this year he may actually take over the national for that because he is just doing well. And he has several people that work for him now that are using that same program to get them going. So that's what really works for them. So you can use these giveaways or these trips, I guess, in several different ways, but you don't have to have a trip. One of the things that we have found is do a contest at a trade show. Now, here's a couple of things. Don't just give away any big prize. Try to tie it into your business. This is important. So I went to a business-to-business expo trade show, and there's this guy sitting there. He's got this big bowl in front of him, a big fishbowl type thing, and behind him is this huge TV, and it says on the TV, "Win me." And all you have to do is throw your card into this bowl. And I walked up to the guy, and I said, "So what is it you do?" And he says, "We're an IT company. We sell computers to home and businesses." And I says, "Why don't you advertise that?" And he says, "Because we're giving away a TV, everybody will want to enter." And I says, "You do know that when you get finished with this contest, you will have lots of people who won't want to do business with you. They just want to know if they won." And he says, "Oh, it'll all work out." Well, about 2 weeks after that conference, I happened to be in talking to the owner, and I asked him how it worked. He says it was terrible. I said, "Why? You got lots of leads, didn't you?" He says, "Yes. But we get people on the phone and they call in and they say, 'Oh, did I win? Did I win?' And when we say no, they say, 'Well, thank you,' and hang up. And they won't even let us talk to them. Well, they don't even know who we are. We can't get them to think to even consider us for buying a computer because they didn't win." And I said, "That's because you didn't tell them up front. When you do this, make it a big monitor that they can connect to a computer, or maybe make it a smaller monitor with a computer that you're going to give away. It costs you less, and it would have tied into your business." And talk about on the computer screen, "Win me," but also check us out for all your service needs for your computer, for all, when you need a new computer, all of this, let them know up front. They hadn't done that. They had over 2,400 cards to go through, and they didn't go through 10% of them before they gave up on it, because they got zero response because they had done it the wrong way. Now, you can use a TV, you can use others, but you got to let them know who you are, what you're going to be selling them or talking to them about when you call them. And if you don't do that, you're going to get "I didn't win." Okay, click. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want. All right. So any questions on giveaways and contests? I know this is kind of a short one. I wanted it to be short today. It is summer, and we knew that it would be a little lighter today in people coming. But here is my email address. If you'd like to know more about any of these, if you'd like to get in on this trip giveaway, I'd be glad to give you the email address that you can, or the URL that you can get in and get on it too.
Michael Westover wants to know who you use for your trip giveaways.
Okay, so let me hop out of this. Okay, and show. There we go. Okay,
You're still
so
recording.
what?
You're still recording.
I know. So I use a company called Marketing. Oh, no, I can't remember their name. Let me send you a link to them, and you can then sign up with them yourself directly. And it's a great program. They do have a program for food things that you can give away as well. I am not very pleased with the food program myself. I love the trip giveaway all the time, and I've used the trip giveaway for probably maybe 7 years now, and 8 years. So, here's a funny story that goes along with that. I'm sitting at a conference in the newspaper industry. I'm in Orlando, Florida, one of the Orlando hotels that is Disney, because it's a Disney resort that we're at, having the conference. And as I'm sitting there at their breakfasts are only mediocre. So I'm eating breakfast out in the main area. And this guy comes up and he says, "Hey, it's really busy everywhere. You got 4 chairs here and only using one of them. Can I sit with you?" And I said, "Sure." He's from one of the other conferences that's going on. The conference is for people who have, who manage large resorts. And we got talking about things. And as we were talking, he says, "I wish we had a way of filling up our resorts when we can't sell the nights, because we're never or only seldom are we 100% full." And he says, "I wish we could find a way of doing it." He says, "Well, why don't you make a subscription service and let people give them away, and then you make the money on all of the extra things they're going to do at the resort." And he got thinking about it, and about a year later, I get this phone call from him. And he says, "I put it together. I've got a bunch of resorts that are doing it. Would you like to be in on the ground floor of this?" So I did. And that was 7 or 8 years ago that I did that. And it's been a fun one. But now they've opened it up to a lot of people. They have resorts all over the world. They've got Tenerife. They've got Australia, England, Ireland. So you can get resorts from anywhere, depending on what you're looking for. So Michael, I will send you a link to that so that you can hop in and see if it's right for you. Okay. Anything else? Okay,
I think you've covered it, Boyd.
Okay, well, good. One of the
presentation today.
Well, one of the things I want to just finalize is using contests and giveaways in the right manner. Understand what you're trying to accomplish when you start and you go into it, and then see what you do with it. And then you can evaluate it and you can improve on it for the next time. And so we're going to be doing a couple of these type of programs here ourselves for Jim and I as we go forward in the fall with our conferences that we have. And so it'll be an interesting one for people to get involved with. Okay, well, thank you very much for attending today.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.